Lesbian fiasco.
Lesbian fiasco.
Lesbian fiasco.
Lesbian fiasco.
Lesbian fiasco.
Lesbian fiasco.
I'm Nikki.
And I'm Monte.
And this is the Lesbian Fiasco.
Lesbian fiasco.
Perfect, because this is the Lesbian Fiasco.
Yeah. I don't even really know what this is. It's a fiasco is what it is.
This is a bi-weekly podcast where the two of us read stories we have written but the other has not read. We email the story after we begin recording so the other person does not have a chance to read ahead. The challenge begins during the reading using the silent notes as indicators for direction, tone, actions, noises, etc. The challenge does not end there, no. We each continue writing the next chapter of the other person's story until a definitive end is met. It could be 2 podcasts, it could be 10. You don't know, and neither do we. As if that wasn't enough of a challenge, we only get 1 take. That's right, the screw-ups, awkward silences, while we try to hold back our laughter, and our unapologetic can't hold it back laughter or bewilderment is all raw and uncut.
Thank you for untangling that fiasco in my head. All right, let's get on with the show. This is Accept Your Cookies, Part 9. Flash forward 6 months.
Order! We continue with the proceedings of the trial, the state of California versus the lesbian mafia. I'm your honorable judge, Judge Jody Shupak. This is the final day of deliberation in which we will account for the whereabouts of 2 people of interest. Miss Sarah DeBravo, who is being held without bond on several counts of fraud, arson, jaywalking, and kidnapping. We have her testimony and will be cross-examining her if need be. We will start by hearing from Megan Thompson, who's a victim of several of Miss DeBravo's crimes aforementioned. For the prosecution, we have Miss Jones, representing the 11th District of Los Angeles, starting the examination of Miss Megan Thompson.
Thank you, Judge Jody. Miss Megan Thompson, please approach the bench and swear in with the deputy there. Now, Megan, please tell us how you met Sarah DeBravo.
I met her in a bar. I was intoxicated and unfortunately slept with her that night. She was just one night stand, but she somehow hacked into my phone, pretended to be Siri for a while, spying on me. Then she burnt down my place of work. Let's see. She also broke out of prison and framed me. She returned to my apartment with her prison hookup, where I in turn was kidnapped by Dusty Springs, who I met in prison and turned out to be a member of the lesbian mafia along with the Jean-Claude Van Clam. They kidnapped me and Sarah, dropped us off in the desert where we walked for several days and finally found a road to get help.
Your Honor, for the record, I would like to state that Jean-Claude Van Clam is Svetlana Kleminski, who has since been deported to Russia. We have also deported Runya Putina, aka Ronnie, who is also an accomplice. We have a copy of their testimony that my legal team put together, and you can see the file here, Your Honor. Oh, and I love your nails. I would like to, if I may, Your Honor, bring evidence to the bench of the iPhone 10 that was hacked. My technical team has found a tracking virus that was placed on there and can be traced back to a fake website called www.dommymommy.com, in which Miss Megan accepted the cookies to, thereby allowing the virus to take hold of the phone.
So that's how she hacked me? Order! None of the loud outbursts, Miss Thompson.
Sorry, Judge Jody.
Continue, Prosecutor Jones, and thank you for the compliment.
Thank you, Your Honor. Now, Miss Thompson, Megan, can I call you Megan?
Yes.
Megan, were you a regular customer of the site in question, Dommy Mommy?
Oh God, this is so embarrassing.
Megan, please remember that you are under oath.
I frequented it several times. It was not as good as I was expecting.
And how did you learn about the website Dommy Mommy, which displays deepfakes of Kate Blanchett, Nicole Kidman, Jennifer Beals, Michelle Yeoh, Gillian Anderson, and many more alike in subversive, sexually domineering situations?
I think the first time I found out about it was in a bar bathroom. There was a sticker on the wall of a stall. I guess I looked it up that night.
And what bar was that, Megan?
I'm not sure. It was one of those nights I went bar hopping. Not sure which bar it was. I have since started meditating and stopped drinking so much because I slept with too many randos like that bitch Sarah.
Order! We don't need to hear about your spiritual journey, honey. Stick to the questions.
Thank you, Your Honor, for such a commanding presence. Now, Megan, let's get back on track. We'll circle back to the bar. What is your line of work?
I'm a design studio specialist for Pottery Barn Corporate.
Yes, Megan, I see that you started that job after Mr. Bravo burned down your previous place of employment. And what was that line of work, Megan?
I was a revenue analyst for a small faction of Boeing.
That was a big turn in your career, from aerospace to pottery. So, what does a revenue analyst do?
My degree is in accounting. I looked at Boeing's overall revenue and trends in the market and sent that information to my superior. I was a number cruncher, lived staring at Excel all day.
I see. Did you like your job at Boeing?
No, I didn't. And you can see all of my conversations on my phone thanks to that virus. So I'm sure you know I hated my boss and my career.
So, Sarah DeBravo did you a favor by burning down your place of employment.
Miss Jones, leading the witness. Reel it back, honey.
I'm sorry, Your Honor. It won't happen again. But if it does, don't go easy on me. I don't want to disrespect you, Your Honor. Now, Megan, I mean to say that seemed to work out in your favor, did it not?
I in no way told Sarah to do that. She is mentally unstable. Just look at her over there. You have her in a muzzle because I'm sure she tried to bite someone.
The courtroom looks over at Sarah, who is chained to a standing stretcher. She can barely put her chained hands together in the shape of a heart, staring longingly at Megan. Megan sees this and winces on the stand. Call it luck, Sarah, but it was you who benefited from this whole ordeal. And you went to visit Sarah after the time of the arson while she was in prison. You brought her cookies. And we have video from that meeting, and the timestamp of 5:08, we see Miss Thompson lunging at Mr. Bravo in a sexual way when the guards pull her off of her. Miss Thompson, that does not look like a remorseful victim. Did you sneak in contraband to help Sarah escape?
What? Are you kidding me?
Answer. Let the cat out of the bag.
That's how it all started.
Come again, Megan?
No, Miss Jones, I did not sneak in contraband for Sarah.
I see. Let's fast forward a few days later. You were jailed under false imprisonment in place of Sarah de Bravo after her escape. You met with Dusty Springs in jail. And what was your relationship with Dusty?
I was thrown into a cell with her.
So you did not meet Dusty Springs before and did not know of her involvement with the lesbian mafia.
She said she robbed some Cece's pizzerias. She did not say anything else.
So you did not know her beforehand on an intimate level. Did you, Megan?
What? No.
We have testimony from the guards that you two were pretty close. It's almost as if you planned on being there, Miss Thompson. You seemed at home with Dusty, who you say you had just met that night. Was there any pact you made with Miss de Bravo to place you there in prison instead of her?
I went to my lawyer after getting out to get help. This has been a nightmare for me, Miss Jones. If you are speculating I am part of this lesbian circus, you are regrettably misinformed.
I'm sure that playing the victim has been easy for you, Sarah, but classified information that originated from your home computer and cell phone were leaked and sold on the international black market. Not just your nudes, Megan, but Boeing secrets. And being that Boeing is a contractor to the United States military, government secrets have possibly leaked, Megan. You're painting a picture that looks more like a love triangle when it is in fact espionage and treason. These are the most serious crimes, Megan. Do you understand?
I understand.
Your Honor, may I approach the bench to speak with you privately?
You may, Miss Jones.
Your Honor, may I request your presence at my home tonight for dinner?
Request accepted, Miss Jones.
Do you mind wearing the robe?
As long as I wear nothing underneath it.
Accepted. See you at 8 p.m. Thank you, Your Honor. Now let's continue. My technical team has also traced where the files that were uploaded from Megan's home IP using ExpressVPN. Those were encrypted and scattered across the globe, but we were able to trace two hubs, one being in Russia, where we have no cooperation with authorities, but obviously have Jean-Claude Van Clam and Ronnie's testimony to deduce that they were possibly underground Kremlin agents that sold off the info to Russia. But also, we found a hub in Italy that we believe might be the centralized source. We contacted the Polizia Italiana and geolocated the hub to a villa owned by a Romanian oligarch. We contacted the Romanian oligarch and they said they knew nothing about it and that they are rather homophobic. But how can we believe them when we have no jurisdiction? We sent stealth UAV drones to the hub, and from heat mapping deduced that there is an underground bunker under the Romanians' property that is most likely a large data center. Now, Megan.
Huh?
Who is Dommy Mommy?
It's just a website that I went to accidentally.
Don't feign ignorance with the United States government, Megan. This will not go over well. You had intimate relations with at least 2 spies. A Boeing Department of Aeronautics that you worked for was burnt to a crisp by your lover, and trade secrets were leaked across the dark web that originated from your computer. This does not look good for you, Megan. Are you a mole for the lesbian mafia?
No, I am not. I'm a victim. I was fished.
You would like to look like you were a victim to fishing, but I can smell you from here, and it smells like old tilapia.
You're wrong. Sarah was a stalker that I fucked once or twice. Dusty was a prison hookup. I just met. I didn't know any of this was going to happen beforehand. I had no part in it.
Well, it looks like you were just playing your role in this harem of hench wenches. That is just a branch of the lesbian mafia. Megan, your ignorance could land you back in the Lady Slammer if you don't answer this one simple question. Who is Dommy Mommy?
I don't know.
Where did you find the first sticker, Megan?
I don't know.
We are on to you, lesbian mafia. We are hot on your tail, and obviously we'll get nothing out of Miss Thompson because she has apparently sworn to secrecy to her sapphic cult. The search continues for Dommy Mommy. Judge Jody, I rest my case.
This is unfortunate, Miss Thompson, that you have shown no patriotism today and have shown us that your allegiance to the lesbian mafia is in fact greater than that to the United States of America. The state of California finds Miss Sarah Thompson guilty on all accounts of treason and espionage and shall be sentenced to 20 years in the Lady Slammer. Court adjourned.
Big Fiend.
Hey, friends. If you're enjoying the podcast, please head over to iTunes and rate us a 5. We may give you a shout out on the show. If you have any feedback, please feel free to email us at thelesbianfiasco@gmail.com. Thanks. Enjoy the rest of the show.
This is Lesbico Match, Part 5. There, Devin and Olivia stand in the DJ booth of Simonetta's enormous vacation home. Devin, completely enamored, watches Olivia's mix set track after track. Every few seconds, Olivia looks over at Devin and smiles. Olivia is so confident, but not in a cocky way. Olivia flips an auto mix switch and takes her headphones off. She steps up to Devin.
I can't take it anymore. Come here.
What about... Before she can finish her sentence, Olivia gently grabs Devin's face with both hands and pulls her mouth to hers. The kiss is deep and passionate. Devin feels her stomach tighten with every movement of Olivia's tongue in her mouth. Devin begins slowly thrusting her hips against Olivia. Olivia pulls away slightly, lips barely a hair apart, and asks,
I want to feel you. May I touch you?
Please, touch me. Devin grabs Olivia's hand and slides it between her legs and up her dress. Devin isn't wearing any underwear. She slides Devin's wetness all over her smooth pussy. Ah.
You're so wet.
I've wanted this since I first saw you. Olivia whispers in Devin's ear.
Do you want more?
Yes. Olivia pushes Devin against the wall, lifts her leg with one hand. The other still between her legs, she slides 2 fingers inside Devin. They both let out a moan. Devin closes her eyes as her head falls back, giving access to her neck. Olivia sucks on Devin's neck as her fingers plunge in and out of Devin's soft, wet opening, both breathing heavier with every thrust.
Ciao, ma che cazzo?
Oh my God!
What the fuck? See, that's what I said. Luciana? Oh my God, what are you?
Luciana? Wait. Olivia, with wide eyes, looks at Devin.
Yes, like the Luciana.
The Luciana? Simonetta said Luciana is her crazy ex.
Oh, did she? That's generous of her. She has called me much worse.
I'm sorry. I'm very confused. Can someone please tell me what the heck is going on? Olivia shakes her head and shrugs.
I can only assume this is going to be very messy. I'm just as confused.
Should we Should we leave?
Remanere, per favor.
Huh?
She said, stay, please. You speak Italiana? Stupendous. Come, let's all find my lovely wife, see?
Devon's head turns quickly to Olivia. Olivia shrugs and silently mouths, I don't know. Wife?
See, mamma mia, Simonetta speaks of me, no?
No. Luciana is walking ahead of Devon and Olivia. Olivia behind Devon. She reaches forward and grabs Devon's hand. Devon turns to look at Olivia. Olivia winks and whispers,
It's okay, I got you. So, where is my lovely wife, eh? Ah, my skin, it's a beginning to crawl. We must be nearby, see? I recognize that disgusting laugh anywhere.
Luciana grabs the long silky curtains blowing in the soft breeze. She makes a dramatic entrance to the back patio where Simonetta and Gia are still in the hot tub.
Gia, what a surprise. A laugh that can't be duplicated.
Simonetta shoots out of the water and leaps from the hot tub. Wide-eyed and in shock, she grabs a nearby robe from a chair and wraps it around herself. Gia rolls her eyes and sighs. She stands up completely naked and steps out of the hot tub. Simonetta throws another nearby robe to Gia. Gia doesn't catch it. She lets it fall to the ground. Gia looks at Simonetta and shakes her head. She laughs tauntingly at Simonetta. Gia looks at everyone and sits in a nearby chair. She's still completely nude, stares at Simonetta with one eyebrow raised.
Ah, Gia, still just as classy as ever, I see.
Luciana looks at Devon and Olivia.
Gia is a woman of very few words. The less she speaks, the better. She knows her place. She's all beauty until the mouth starts moving.
Olivia looks at Devon to her left.
She's actually right. She is an idiot. Something funny. I didn't get your name, Bella. Tell me, how do you know my adoring wife and Gia? What brings you to Casa Mia?
Devon looks at Olivia.
No, Olivia wasn't speaking for Gia enough for you? Tell me you have finally found someone who can speak for herself, see?
Yes, I can speak for myself. I am just uncomfortable. I'm confused. I really would rather just leave if you don't mind. I would prefer not to be involved in whatever all this is.
See, in time. Try not to make sense of this. It is more complicated than there are grains of sand on the earth. Now, tell me how you come here with Olivia, was with Gia? Gia? Who is my wife's long-term affair? Is this some sort of orgy situation?
Oh my. No. Well, you see,
Name first, grazie.
my name is Devon. As Devon is speaking, Luciana folds her arms and begins to slowly pace around the hot tub. I guess if you want the whole story.
See, the whole story.
An expressionless Luciana looks at Simonetta. A snarling Simonetta peers at Olivia. An annoyed Gia turns away from Simonetta. A very concerned Olivia stares at Devon. Devon, who's obviously nervous and frightened, witnesses all of this. Voice shaky, she continues. I went to Simonetta's bar for the match event. Luciana laughs and looks at Simonetta.
Simonetta's bar. Interesting.
Luciana looks at Devon.
It is my bar. I bet she gave you the line about selling her villa. That's been in her family for centuries. Continue, Devon. This is how you meet Olivia. The two of you have good chemistry from what I saw in the DJ booth.
Simonetta, without thinking, takes a couple steps toward Devin and boldly speaks up.
Che cosa? What are you doing in the DJ booth?
Luciana swings around to see that Simonetta, who is visibly upset by the news of Devin and Olivia, has inched closer. Simonetta realizes her strong reaction and tries to dial it back in, but it's too late.
Ah, it appears there is more to this story, see?
Luciana turns to Devin.
See, devil? There is more to the story.
I'd just really like to leave, please. I'm not feeling well, and I think it's just best if I go now.
Luciana, it's really not what you think. Devin didn't know what this was all about. She only just met Simonetta. Ah, but you did, Olivia. You knew. You know all about Simonetta.
Luciana raises her eyebrow and walks up to Olivia. She gets in her face, and with a smirk, she says devilishly,
Why didn't you stop her? Why did you come here, Olivia?
Wait. No, Olivia doesn't have to answer for me. I actually wanted to come because I knew Olivia would be here. That's it. That was my motivation for coming here. It was wrong of me, yes. But Simonetta said Olivia would be here. I wanted so desperately to be near her. Otherwise, I would have not come. I swear. Luciana turns with a maliciously gleaming smirk to Simonetta. Simonetta is red-faced, and her eyes welled with tears.
My beautiful, adoring wife, you look troubled. What is the matter?
Devin, having had enough of this and not understanding why anyone was allowing this to continue, speaks up. Okay, I've had enough. This is ridiculous. I'm leaving. I'll walk all the way home or I'll hitchhike. I don't care. Devin begins to walk away. Olivia gently grabs her wrist and stops her. Luciana walks up to Devin and says,
Nobody leaves until I release you, capisce?
Devin looks around at everyone and suddenly realizes the situation is more sensitive than what she thought. Reading the room, everyone except Gia looks terrified. Even Olivia appears to be scared. Devin's heart begins to race. I need to sit down. Devin begins to faint as she becomes unbalanced and disoriented. Both Olivia and Simonetta try to hold her up.
Oh, better watch it, Simonetta. You're making Gia jealous over there.
Luciana walks away, again pacing slowly, looking around at everyone. She continues.
It's crazy, you know? Seeing Devon and Olivia canoodling in the DJ booth, and now this, Simonetta, my bigot lesbian wife. I know. Oxymoron. This must be killing you, my love. Did you lose to Olivia? You did. You lose, Simonetta. Again.
Fin.